Welcome to the Hollywood Scholar. I'm Jed Morgan, and it looks like Kratos may be gay. Well, by at least. But we got this news here from Bound in the Comments. It says one of the writers for the new God of War Ragnarok game, which I am still very much looking forward to. I've loved every single entry into the God of War franchise for many years now, but it seems like one of their writers, Anthony Birch, tried really hard to make Kratos talk about kissing guys. Now, his involvement seems to be very low at best. He seems to only have written a couple parts of it. He's like sort of officially attached, sort of not. He's a really weird connection to the game overall. So I take this with a grain of salt, but still, the fact that he feels comfortable coming out and talking about this, the fact that he's serious, the fact that a writer was able to change Kratos' whole identity, their word, without, overall approval is very concerning to me. He goes into detail about writing the line and saying, hey, I don't know if the lines I put in, because there were several, were actually included in the final game. Why would you hire someone who was so dedicated to just changing your character but not really being involved in the story? I think major character changes like the one that he's talking about here should be involved in the story. I don't think Kratos should be bi necessarily. I mean, it would make sense with him being from Greece, but it's just not something that's been addressed to this point, and it's a little too late. It's just not the right time, and I just don't think he should be coming out as bi, especially in throwaway lines like this. It comes across as very cheap and virtue signaling, and it seems like this guy's only priority in writing the God of War fucking sequel is to make him kiss guys. That should not be your priority when writing God of War. You should be like, holy fuck, I get to write Kratos? I get to write God of War? This is the coolest thing ever! That should be your motivation and just your outlook on a situation like this. But it seems like he's like, I can make Kratos talk about kissing dudes? Oh my god, he's gonna be a pride icon now! That is just a terrible motivation to come from. I do want to jump into it a little bit here. Yeah, his involvement is overall strange. Like, he did previously last November say he was a part of the God of War writing team in a deleted tweet, but there's very little else that connects him to the project. Like, he's not listed in IMDb, but he is interacting with people who are confirmed to be on the team, and they are treating him as if he is on the team. So it's kind of a weird situation, but this is his initial tweet. So yeah, it came with the trailer and the date announcement, which both looked really cool. I'm really looking forward to this. But Anthony said, I was a writer on this. I don't know if you'll like the parts I wrote, but I'm pretty sure you'll like the game in general. Also, I tried really hard to make Kratos talk about kissing guys. No one asked him if it was going to be that way. So when he's talking about the game, he's like, I got to write for God of War, and I tried to make him kiss dudes. That shows where his primary motivations are coming from. If you've been like, yeah, I wrote lots of parts of it, I got to write him talking to a god, and that is insane. That is awesome. That motivation I'm totally fine with. But in a God of War game, when he's telling people, yeah, I wrote for this game, here's this trailer, check it out, the first thing he says is, I try to make him kiss guys. That is just more about their motivation and their priorities. That is very, very concerning to me, more than the act itself or the idea of those lines themselves. I don't think they should be included to begin with, but the fact that it's his main priority in talking about his involvement is highly concerning to me. This guy, I'm not really impressed with him so far, and he does go into this weird back and forth with one of the other developers of the game, and they seem like they're teasing each other. It's really weird, and then they go into a debate about the morality of being a bad guy in the first 3 God of War games. It's a really weird deal that you can check out on Bound in Comics if you want more detail into it, but overall it's just really weird that a writer for a game series like this, who's getting to write with all these classic mythological characters in this broad, expansive world, in this franchise that has been going for well over a decade at this point, it's weird that his top priority is to tell people, I tried to make the main character gay. That's very concerning to me. I held out hope for this game for a long time. I know the gaming industry has gotten a little bit more woke of late with projects like Last of Us Part 2, but it seems to be inconsistent at best where it's applied. This is the same studio as Last of Us, but hopefully the great, incredible creators that have been working on this franchise for a very long time will know how to prioritize the overall writing and don't include this guy's really weird throwaway lines that don't affect the story and really don't have anything to do with this character that we've known for many, many years now. It's just a weird situation, but he is officially on the project, so he could possibly canonize him being bi, and that's not okay at this point. It's far too late. It's far, far too late, and it doesn't benefit the character or the story whatsoever. It just comes across as woke virtue signaling points. So just a really weird situation. I'm still looking forward to the game despite this, but if it turns out that his lines are throughout the game and he's just constantly being like, yo, I kissed a dude like that once, I am going to be very upset and not going to finish the game if I come across those lines. But anyway, that's all I have for today. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Anon. If you like what I do here and want to see good, compelling stories that Hollywood will no longer give you, check out my book series, Odyssey of a Phoenix, a mythological epic about philosophy, morality, and modern-day mental illness issues. Books 1, Down in Flames, and Book 2, Apocalypse Then, currently on sale. Book 3, Kill the Dark, coming soon.